Alright, since I believe this car was rear-ended in the back, you know, I had trouble closing the trunk. It would close, but you could pull back up on it and it wasn't latching on. And the problem is with these latches, let me see where we at with these latches. The problem is once it goes in, you can still wiggle it out. So we're gonna add some material on this portion of the latch, and we're gonna try to put a spot weld right there on that silver portion, just so the trunk stays closed. Don't watch it with your eyes, okay? Don't look at it. Stop recording. Fucking recording. GoPro, can you stop recording? Jesus. It's like a woman, they never listen. Yeah, you see? You got that little extra. Well, good morning, guys. We just came across our next problem. So yesterday when I was cleaning and vacuuming, I moved the seat all the way forward. Today I'm trying to move the seat back. Stuck. Now, doing a quick YouTube search, they have problems where they go off the track. The seat goes off the track. So what we have to do, we have to take this whole panel apart, try to finesse what we can finesse, see what's going on. Hopefully we can get it back on tracks and move this seat back so we can finish cleaning the interior pieces here. Alright guys, so the trick was pretty simple. We got this tool right here. It's pretty much a square tip right here. And what we did is, once we took the panel off, you go right in here and you turn it a few times. Once you hear a click, I guess it's back on tracks, because look, back in business. Everything's working. Glad that was nice and easy. You can actually see this whole thing spinning. Take a look. So we'll go ahead, put that back on. We'll clean the leather seats some more. You can see where there was staining. We'll get back into action here. All right, guys, so a quick little recap here. We got this car for $300 from my buddy that was just about to junk it. So we've worked on it, as you guys see from the previous videos. And now I come to find out that these cars have common problems with the evap system, specifically the evap canister in the back, the charcoal canister. What it seems to be is that they have a vent valve built into the charcoal canister, and you can't just replace the vent valve, you have to replace the whole charcoal canister. So a part that would normally cost you maybe like 20-30 bucks, now since you have to replace it as a kit, costs you about $300 to $350 depending on where you buy them. You can get them as cheap as $280, you know, just a no-name brand from China and whatnot. But that's a common problem. And then I find out that the owner told me the other day that there was problems with the evap canister, that he had to pay someone to pass emissions with this vehicle, I think 2 years in a row. They said there was a crack in the evap canister, so I'm not sure if there's a crack in the actual canister, if the vent valve is bad. When I got the car, there was no check engine lights, so it's all fishy. I don't know if they reset the battery. It didn't turn back on the 15 miles that I drove at home. But yeah, we're actually on our way right now with the Civic. I had to put a spare tire on this thing to even get going, because we got a big flat on this one. But we actually found someone on OfferUp selling a whole evap canister, and it's a brand new canister, and it looks like just like the ones that are on eBay for $250 plus. He was asking $60. I lowballed him $40. He said okay. So I'm on my way right now to pick up a new evap canister. The problem with these is I don't know what needs to be attached to this canister. There's so many lines and hoses. I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping, because he said it's new, everything is there. And you know, right now we're not going to replace the evap canister. We're just going to have it in case we do want to keep the car. The part is a nightmare to replace, guys. Seems like people are dropping the whole rear subframe just to get into this canister, so it's just a nightmare, man. These V6s are cram-packed with stuff. But yeah, I'm heading there right now. Well, once we get it, I'll catch back with you guys. We'll show you the part and whatnot, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, and this is the whole system that we were talking about. As you can see, plenty of sensors, plenty of hoses. This itself is the charcoal canister. I don't know what all these other accessory vents and solenoids are, but they are there. Hopefully we got a majority of them. If a few hoses are missing, I'll just swap them over from the old one. Again, I just bought it for the sake of things for $40 when this product costs over $200. Is a steal. I'll keep it just in case. Again, we might sell it with the car. I have no idea, but let's keep it for now. Let's put it in a safe spot. Alright guys, at this point I took out the cabin air filter right from the glove box. As you can see, this thing's seen better days, so we're just gonna clean this out, vacuum this out, reinstall it, and run it. If you guys don't know how to take this off, all you have to do, there's just a Phillips screwdriver here, and then you compress the glove box inward, pull it out, and there you have it right there. And that's it. I vacuumed all the leaves and dirt that was on the filter. Now it's just micro dirt, which I'm perfectly fine with. It's still gonna increase the performance dramatically. So let's put that in. Let's pop this thing back on here, and we'll be good to go. Alright guys, we got the rear seats off, and there's just plenty of junk here that we're gonna clean out, make sure everything is spotless. There's even some money back there. I don't even know what all this is, but let's get rid of it. Let's vacuum it out, and that's just gonna give me opportunity to clean some of these seats on the edges here. We'll hit it with that awesome cleaner. Alright, we got the trunk pretty much cleaned up at this point. This part I'm gonna just soak up with the vacuum whatever went in there. This part, there's a drain. This part actually has two holes right now. I'm seeing one here, so we'll probably clean that up, and we'll probably put some caulking on that so water doesn't come in. And then let's drain this. Yeah, some nasty stuff right there. There's another drain right there. This thing is gonna look a lot better down here with it all cleaned up. I am probably just gonna clean these parts here and leave them out, because once I get all the parts that I need for the car to run, such as the studs for the front, all the new wheel lug nuts, I'm gonna take it for a spin without the tie rod end and go from there, see what's going on. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna need a lower control arm on the passenger side, because it's always pulling to the right, and I don't know, it's hard to diagnose these dang things. People use pry bars, pry it against things, they see what's loose. I don't know how to do that. And then to make matters worse, I just showed this to one of my neighbors, and he's somewhat of a mechanic. He said one piece is missing from this canister, which was right here, and he's right. When I looked at the picture of the new part as a reference, one piece is missing. So he's like, yeah, you got the whole thing, but you're missing the piece that most commonly breaks. So hopefully that's not the piece that we really need, but we don't know that. Alright guys, we got some caulk for windows, doors, and siding. This is waterproof and whatnot, so we're gonna run it. We're gonna dab it right there in the corner. We're gonna dab it right there. We're gonna put a lot through so it goes on to the other side. And then what we're most likely gonna do is either just spray it black or do some rubberized undercoat right around these edges here so you don't see this rust being visible like that. So we got our caulk right where it needs to be. Oh boys, our caulk is dripping. Let's go take a look where we're at. So you're right there and right there. So we gotta put some more caulk down here. Alright guys, so I actually lost the audio for this clip, but in this clip I want to show you guys the steering wheel noise that this is making, and I guess this was a common problem, and this car was squeaking like this forever. And the problem is coming from right here on the bottom of the boot. This boot right here is dried out and it's rubbing and it's squeaking. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some synthetic grease, put that grease in that boot, and that should eliminate all the noises that we are hearing. Look how quiet that is, guys. Like butter, guys, like butter. Love it.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world